One thing that needs to be talked about, and I didn't cover it so far, is the fact of, you know, we made everything out of white paper. Well, in your packet, you have a lot of colored paper. So how do I use the colored paper? Well, remember when we folded the white paper? Do the same thing to a colored paper. It doesn't matter what color. It could be the pink one. It could be the red. It could be the blue. If you want giving it to a guy, use the blue. And you're going to put the white one inside the colored one. Okay? Now, but the white one is almost the same size as the colored one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the ruler and we're going to cut part of it off. We're going to make, what we're doing is we're going to make the white one smaller than the colored one. So I'm going to take my ruler and just draw a straight line, be sure it's parallel to my edge there, and then I need to trim off some of the side and the bottom. Oh, you know, 1/4 inch, whatever. It doesn't really, you don't have to measure it, but kind of about this much. Now I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut that off. And what that's going to do, see if I can cut it straight here, is make this white paper smaller than the colored. The white is going to fit inside the colored. So now if I put this in here, notice that it's a little bit smaller. What that does is it adds a colored border around here, see? And so remember I talked about that the card is like a puzzle or a sandwich. Well, this is part of the sandwich. So when I eventually glue that in, I'm going to glue that in so that pink shows on the bottom and the top and on the side. And my lettering, my message, will be inside. So notice the pink goes all the way around. And again, I could use red, I could use the blue. Doesn't matter what color this is, but that's how you would incorporate. And every time you fold it, and it's beginning to feel like a real card, not just a single piece of paper. So then I would do the same thing to the color paper as I did with these. Take my pattern, take my pencil, and I could draw my design on there, whatever you decide to do. And I could copy it. And then fill that in. So now what I have pink out here, and then I have a red heart, and then there's a pink heart inside by just filling that in. Of course, it doesn't have to be that red. I could use blue if I'm giving it to a male, my dad, or whatever. You know, you got, again, you have to think about the colors you're using so it fits the person you're giving it to. Okay. Now, the cool thing about blue is that, remember, you're going to fold it the same way as you did your white one, so if it's long ways, you're going to do the same thing, is that now you can utilize your white. White is cool. I love it when I use a dark, where the white can show up. So I could actually take my pattern and put my white on there. Now the white, because it's translucent, transparent more than the other color, you're going to have to do it 3 or 4 layers to have it show up. So besides really pushing down, you're going to have to go around 3 or 4 times. But you can start seeing it, and it's totally different. Then I can go inside and add my other shapes if I wish to. And keep on going in this some type of fashion of adding other colors, other shapes, other lines, and so forth. So it doesn't matter what color you're using. Just remember the fact of what. Obviously, I can't use red pencil on red paper. I mean, it'll show up, but not as much. So you might want to use the white. As you notice, see on here, if I use the red, and I use white, it shows up pretty awesome too. What happened to my pattern? There it is. All right. So again, using white, you got to go around it 3 or 4 times. Push hard, go around it, add layers and layers, and it'll show up. So you can see that you can do the same type of design on different colors.